Episode 12 of Found starts with Gabby facing her innermost demon and ready to let it known that Sir is in her basement. In the last episode, we saw Gabby calling someone, and we now discover it was Dan. Dan shows up, and she ushers him to the door leading to the basement. Not knowing what he is about to see, Dan walks down carefully and is shocked to see Sir. Gabby called Dan because he was the one who helped her trace Sir. Gabby seems unbothered for holding Sir hostage and claims that Dan never asked her what she did with him. Through a flashback, we see Gabby making an impressive presentation just a day before her kidnapping. Sir is proud of her but reminds her that her father has missed it again. Shortly after, Mr. Mosley comes in apologetic, and Gabby is pleased, which irks Sir. Back to the present time, Zeke is working out when he finds a kidnapping victim called Aisha. She is running for her life, and he asks her to come to his place, where she faints at his doorstep. Zeke summons Dan and Gabby, and they try to talk to Aisha. However, her captor drugged her, rendering her unconscious with some seizures caused by the drug. When she wakes up from the hospital, she describes her kidnapping, saying a lizard with 4 arms captured her. She also tells Gabby that her other friends, Estrella and Nova, had been kidnapped. Elsewhere, the team realizes that Aisha has a criminal record for assaulting someone unprovoked. But Margaret dismisses this accusation, citing that Aisha is unlikely to assault anyone. However, the working relationship between Dan and Gabby is deteriorating. Margaret notices and tries to talk to Dan but declines. Meanwhile, Aisha's therapist claims that she was delusional and that she could lie. They find a mask, and it's from a book called Night Jupiter. There are also characters called Estrella and Nova, meaning Aisha might lie. The lizard with 4 arms is also from the book, and that's how she describes her kidnapping. In the basement, Sir claims he is the only one who understands Gabby. He also says that he lied that her father didn't care about her disappearance. While the truth is that Mr. Mosley was worried to death and searched for her tirelessly. She tells Sir that he will die knowing that his mother was right and that he's broken and unlovable. Amidst their conversation, Gabby receives a text that they have found Celestial. Upon getting there, she finds the bodies of kidnapping victims, which devastates her further. She holds a press conference and threatens the kidnapper that they'll get him dead or alive. On the other hand, the team discovers that the book's literature made the fans through a costume party. Finding out that, the crisis team arrives at the party, hoping to capture the kidnapper. However, Gabby accidentally separates from the team, and she gets kidnapped. The motive shifts from finding the kidnapper to searching for Gabby. Meanwhile, Dan goes to Sir to inform him that Gabby is missing. He gets concerned over her disappearance and asks Dan to release him because Gabby needs her more. But Dan tells him that should anything happen to Gabby, he will also be in trouble. Sir concludes that the kidnappers are a couple, and Dan discovers that the kidnappers are Aisha's therapist. On the other hand, Gabby finds herself caged with another kidnapped victim. She's covered with a box and speaks with the other lady, who tells Gabby that she was kidnapped from the party. The team reveals that the therapist's husband is a former rapist convict. They're targeting black women and killing them, and the team has to act quickly before they kill Gabby. On the other hand, Gabby and Estrella try to fight off the husband, and luckily, Trent and Dan locate the hideout and arrive on time. Dan puts aside his grudge against Gabby and punches the culprit. The team is happy to see Gabby safe and sound. Even Dan is elated to see her okay. Aisha and Estrella are glad to see each other again. Meanwhile, Zeke is sad that he couldn't get out the door to find Gabby. But Lacey consoles him, assuring him that he did enough. It's another toast for the team as they found Estrella and Gabby. In the meantime, Dan confesses that it wasn't easy for him when Gabby was kidnapped. He went to Sir, and it was through him that they were able to find her. Dan now understands why she always consulted Sir with their kidnapping cases. Through a flashback, Sir lured Gabby to his place by telling her he had the first edition of the book she wanted. In the present time, she says she wants to turn Sir in, which is the only way she will start healing. Dan promises to support Gabby in every step and never to leave her again. The episode review. Dan has decided not to criticize Gabby and now understands why she always turns to Sir for help. Her bold step to inform Dan about Sir is a great way to start letting off her grudge against Sir. This move will help her move past her traumas. Gabby has decided to turn herself in and confess to Trent. But this decision will make Gabby pay a hefty price, and she is not backing off. As Season 1 of Found nears its end, something big might happen to Sir and Gabby's lives. This episode was precise without a sideshow, with all characters playing their part incredibly. As we head towards the finale, it looks like the show is amping up the stakes, and we can't help but be pulled in. So far, Found has kept us intrigued, and the central plot has been evolving, leading us to this climax. Hopefully, the last episode of the season will maintain the momentum.